One of the things that I do feel that we have some things in common, which is one of the things I love about my career, which is very different from yours, but I love that I get to do things. I get put in situations where I get to do something I'd never get to do otherwise.
Right.
And I know that actors have experienced that a lot. And I love whenever I get to be put in some situation. I've been shooting some travel pieces recently, and I find myself, kickboxing in Thailand, and I think, how could this have happened?
Yeah.
I come from Boston, Massachusetts.
Yeah.
My parents were nothing near show business. I love that part of it, and I know that, for example, for the second season of Perry Mason, which I adore, you got to ride a vintage motorcycle. Is that right?
Yes. Yeah. Are you a motorcycle guy? Because this will color the way I answer this question.
Okay, I'll tell you this.
Yeah.
I do have a motorcycle. I have all these rules about when I ride it because I want my kids to.
Yes.
I want to meet my grandchildren.
Yes.
But I recently was in a very exotic location, and they found a motorcycle for me to ride for this one shot. And it was a 1956 BMW in Bangkok. And I just was looking at this thing. It's one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen in my life. And then you ride it and you think, I really like the improvements they've made.
Yes.
I
like the look of this thing.
Oh, I love the look of it.
Yes.
But what did you get to ride?
So it was a 1933 Harley-Davidson.
Right.
And it took a course very quickly. So they said we were talking about what we're going to do with Mason, and they said, what do you like, dream scenario, what would you get to do in this? And I said, look, I do love being on a horse. I've always loved horses. If you can find your way onto a horse, if you can find Mason onto a horse, that'd be great.
But in a courtroom scene?
Yes. I was like, now there's your challenge. Yes.
That's what I've noticed about the new season that threw me a bit,
Yes.
is you're often on horseback in the courtroom.
Yes, exactly. Hi-ho. Yes. There was a lot of objections.
It takes me out of the...
I know, everyone said that. So one of the writers is an enormous, motorbike fan. So he said, we're gonna have Mason on a motorbike, great. So then the stunt coordinator calls me up and says, can you ride a motorbike? I said, I can. I said, I've had to ride a vintage one before. They said, great, come down. We're going to do a test day, weeks before. Okay, great. Let's go down. Producers there, everyone's there. And there's the Harley guy. And he's like, okay, so you hold this and then pull that in. Now, obviously you'll have pumped this first. And I'm like, right. Then you go for the, right, now the kickstart. As that's kickstart, timing, right, turn. I was like, this will never work.
Can't you get me something that looks like this, but it just has an on-off switch?
Yes.
And it has an automatic transmission.
Exactly. So that was established very quickly. So they got the stuntman to ride it for a second. And no one could hear anything. Everyone's going, I can't hear over the noise of this thing.
Right.
The stuntman said, this is tricky, right? Yeah. Right?
Wow, this is dangerous.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to ride this thing.
Yeah.
So the producers very quickly turned to the action vehicle team and went, how much would it cost? No. How long would it take to turn this into an electric bike? At which there were audible gasps from certain male members of this group.
Yes. You've been emasculated.
Oh, so they took it away and they turned it into an e-bike. So very often out on set, it was still this beautiful, this shell of a thing, 1933 Harley that had all these batteries, squirreled away about it. And very often we were on location in various places around LA, and I'd be on the thing kind of warming it, doing little laps and stuff like that. And gentlemen of usually a certain age would come up and go, whoa, what is that? And I was like, well, it's a 1933 Harley-Davidson. And they go, yeah, but it's not an original. They wouldn't have done that to an original. And I went, yes, they have.
Because I asked them to.
Yes. And it was met with a very great mix of reverence for the engineering that would have gone into turning into an e-bike, and abject disgust to the butchering of some American history.
I'm also thinking of, most people want the Harley in any era because of that distinctive Harley sound. And I imagine this thing sounded like
Yes.
and little bubbles came out the back.
It was like
and then warning, battery low.
Yes.
Embarrassing sounds come out of it.
Yeah, and it would tell you when you needed, another coffee or something. It was something like that. So it was good and both bad.
Yeah.
And then the flip side of that was when they said, "Oh, we're gonna write this scene where you're in Santa Ana racetrack on a thoroughbred," and I was like, "You doing what though?" And they went, "Well, you're galloping around the track," and I said, "Yes, but I won't get to gallop. That'll be a stuntman. They won't allow me to do that." And they went, "Oh, sorry. Well, we've written it." So cut 2 is me on the most, this is probably one of the most humiliating moments. They kind of got me this, it was used in Seabiscuit, but it's basically like an adult rocking horse that's attached to the back of a pickup.
So there's a stuntman riding a horse. It looks amazing. And then they cut in for the tight shot of Perry Mason.
Yes.
And you're on basically a carpet.
Yeah.
A horse-colored carpet has been laid over a fake horse back.
Yeah. And that's it.
And it rocks a little bit.
Yes. And they sort of, and then the horse wrangling team kind of sit with you while they try and talk you through how you should be looking on this adult hobby horse. That was a bad day. I didn't enjoy that day.
But then you asked, "Could I have this, please?"
Yes, and they said, "Yes, of course, take it. We call it biscuit." Because they do. It was built for Seabiscuit.
I like riding, but it feels a little dangerous now, and so
yes,
you know what? I'd love it if you just went out in the country, and Carrie and the family are in the and you're just in the back.
Yes, pretending to gallop. Oh, I thought this is what I genuinely wanted. I said I would pay if this was allowed. I would pay good money to go up and down Hollywood Boulevard in this pickup, and I'm just on the back giving it the full. And they didn't even answer. They just looked at me.
No.
Yeah.